With climate change becoming more urgent, soil is probably not the hero you were expecting. In this new series, we will revolutionize the way the media is used to communicate information about soil saving our planet. It's going to be airing on New to the Street, weekly on Bloomberg, Fox Business, and Newsmax. It's going to be the Green Revolution. You will see how two 35-year-old companies come together, utilizing their manufacturing strengths along with incredible technology that will transform the landscape around the world. Our teams consist of agronomists, scientists, experts, and leaders that come together to create the Sustainable Green Team. It's a publicly traded company with subsidiaries that all work together through vertical integration. This compelling story shows what happens when the right people at the right time come together and can make a difference. It'll show our team building facilities around the world with state-of-the-art equipment capable of scaling this mission. You'll learn from experts, farmers, homeowners, and industries that are impacted by this global issue. We will travel around the world showing impacts of climate change and what it takes to reverse these effects. Up-close action of major disasters and the effects of storm damage. We will show how our team sets off with a goal to restore 25% of the globe's arable land by turning waste into humus soil, a revolutionary new carbon capture technology that turns waste into natural fertilizers. You'll learn about biosequestration, the process of capturing and storing carbon in plants, microbes, and other organisms. You'll learn about our GROUNDSWELL process, in which humus soil is scalable and can help restore the Earth's land at an extremely low cost. According to scientists, soil experts, and activists, drawing down atmospheric carbon to replenish the Earth is possible right now. Carbon in soil is generally understood to come primarily from organic matter, and it's converted into humus by microbes. Humus soil also fosters a secondary process from carbon sequestration, which draws CO2 from the atmosphere to directly create new organic material. It is important to note that this process is not the same as what happens when organic matter is composted. When material is composted, most of the carbon in the material is released back into the atmosphere as CO2, which actually hurts and contributes to greenhouse gases, versus our GROUNDSWELL process, in which humus soil is made, has been shown to foster carbon sequestration, meaning more CO2 can be captured along the way as humus soil is made than there was to start with. When humus soil is applied to soil, the carbon sequestration process continues. So what is humus soil? As its name suggests, humus soil is an organically based product in which the biological reactions which result in the formation of humus have already been started. This pre-fostering of humus allows you to speed up the natural process of humus formation in your soil. Humus soil is a fully matured topsoil enhancer made from totally organic inputs, which contains high levels of humic materials together with a range of other biological substrates. By regenerating the Earth's soil, we can balance the climate. We could replenish the water supply, keep species off the extinction list, and better feed the world. Humans cannot just halt climate change, but reverse some of its consequences. In this series, the science is explained in simple terms. Soil is alive. There are more species and organisms in the soil than there are above the ground. These organisms include everything from bacteria and viruses that are invisible to the naked eye. A single handful of soil contains millions of individual living organisms. Humus and compost. What are the advantages? What's the difference between the two? Humus and compost are organic materials that feed your plants and increase nutrient uptake and disease resistance. While many people use the term interchangeably, they're really not the same. The primary difference between humus and compost is that compost is decomposing organic matter that you will use as a fertilizer and a soil amendment. Compost will eventually become humus given enough time, but this is a prolonged process taking many years. But with our revolutionary process, the GROUNDSWELL process, we speed up that timeline. We do it in 6 months. Humus, on the other hand, is organic matter that is fully decomposed by microorganisms without oxygen. Humus goes through a process called anaerobic decomposition and fermentation, where compost goes through the process of aerobic decomposition. While our compost piles will perform anaerobic decomposition to a small extent, the material must get fully broken down and reach a point of chemical stability to become humus. Because humus has broken down to the point of being chemically stable, it has a shelf life of hundreds of years or more. It's primarily made of carbon, and it's very dark and spongy substance. What is humus, and what is it used for? Most farmers and gardeners have encountered humus at some point, whether they know it or not. Humus is a very dark mass made with the remnants of plants, insects, organic materials that have fully decayed. The organic waste in your fertilizer will eventually become humus. Adding humus to your soil will help many different qualities and promote healthy soil. It improves the texture, the nutrient uptake, and soil fertility, and can even help regulate your soil's pH levels. Humus can hold up to 90% of its weight in water, helping your soil retain its water content and significantly more drought resistant. Soil with high humus qualities will get darker and crumbly inside. This helps air and water move through the ground easier, increasing the amount of oxygen in the plant's root zone. Make sure to join us again next week on this TV reality series. We're going to take news to the street to a whole nother level. This is going to be a revolutionary process that will take you by surprise.